What's up, everybody, and welcome to In Love with Horror, your destination for all things horror. And this is your end of the week horror news update. In this update, y'all, we got another trailer for the upcoming horror movie Night Swim, an update on the sequel for The Black Phone, new posters for Godzilla Cross Kong: The New Empire. Linda Blair hints at the reprising of her role in the next Exorcist movie. And last, we got Thanksgiving getting a sequel. And that's all coming up, so stay tuned. So Universal Pictures has dropped a second trailer for the film Night Swim. Now, Night Swim is being produced by Atomic Monster and Blumhouse and will be hitting theaters on January 5th. It's written and directed by Bryce McGuire, who wrote and directed the short film back in 2014, so the short film version of Night Swim, and it's being produced by James Wan. Now, if you're not familiar with Night Swim, I'll read you the synopsis real quick. Synopsis reads, secretly hoping against the odds to return to the pro ball, Ray persuades Eve that the new home's shimmering backyard swimming pool will be fun for the kids and provide physical therapy for him. But a dark secret in the home's past will unleash a malevolent force that will drag the family under into the depths of inescapable terror. So yeah, it's a second trailer that, provides a little bit more context to potentially what will be going on. And it's funny because if you look at that teaser trailer that they dropped a while ago, this second trailer shows stuff that I wasn't even expecting them to go the route.
Oh, right, yeah.
It almost seems like it has a flavor of like Amityville horror in there.
Yes, with, that's what I'm thinking about.
With
the whole
the dad being
aspect.
affected, and you see like the stuff going into his veins of his neck and stuff. So I don't know. Let me ask you: after you watch the second trailer, did it get you more hype for this film, or?
I have the same level of hypeness.
Yeah,
which is none. Like it just looked like a generic movie to me.
It does.
Yeah, even the monster, she wasn't all that scary looking.
Like a typical ghost zombie looking thing.
Yeah, like that one movie that Tyrone brought up, the mama one. Like she looked really creepy, like as a woman creature. Even the freaking ghost lady from that La Llorona movie looked better than this lady.
Yeah, I mean,
she looked more like a dead body. Like a zombie.
Right, like a zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like quick glimpses of her. I'm sure if you freeze frame it, you can see.
Well, the thumbnail has a very clear picture.
Oh, the thumbnail does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't see the thumbnail.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
She looks kind of like just dead, like she rotted and rose from the grave type of thing.
Oh, okay, so it's literally like full zombie, basically.
Right, that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, okay. Well, I watched the second trailer, and I feel like it kind of like decreased my hype a little bit, honestly, because I was never like fully hyped, but I at least was somewhat interested. I was like, oh, how can they build a story off of this? And then after watching this trailer, I'm like, oh, it kind of feels like they slapped a story together. They took this short, the small idea of like this swimming pool that's got like a
how to build a story around
that's got like an almost like a door to another world underneath type of thing. They kind of took that and like. It's almost like they took another generic horror movie and then took this little short film and was like, okay, if you throw that in there, we can kind of combine it and make a movie out of it. Yeah. That's kind of what it feels like they did with this Night Swim movie. I agree
with that.
I'm a little nervous because like I said before when we talked about it, January is typically a throwaway month where any horror movie that comes out in January, not always, but typically it's not good. And I feel like this might be one of the ones that comes out in January and it's not good.
Well, we're going to see. It just seems like it's not going to be that great based off the trailer.
Yeah. Now, it's got some good concepts, I think. I think there will be some good concepts and good moments in there, but I think as a whole movie, I'm a little concerned. Yeah, but let us know, y'all, down in the comments below after watching this second trailer. What do y'all think about Night Swim? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be another throwaway horror movie that gets dropped off in January? Let us know all that down in the comments below.
Next up, we're talking about Black Phone 2. So not only is there going to be a sequel, but some of our key characters are coming back.
Oh, yeah.
I was actually very intrigued by this story because not only is Ethan coming back as the grabber, but some of the kids are coming back too. So that kind of makes me wonder, like, where are they going to go with this story? Right. If some of the same kids are going to be a part of the story too. So not only is Ethan Hawke coming back, as I said, Mason Thames, which was the main kid that got kidnapped, his sister, Madeline McGraw, and Jeremy Davies and Miguel Moore, which were some of the ghost kids. Oh, okay. So they're all going to be returning for the sequel. Okay. Now the Black Phone will be released June 27th of 2025. So we got some time.
Yeah, we got a while.
Yeah, for sure. But still, I was just wondering, like, where they're going to take this story if some of these key key players are going to be involved in the second. Because I was kind of wondering if this was going to be a whole another situation, another place with the grabber, or like a prequel of his story. But now it's like, well, I don't know what's going to be about now.
Right. Yeah. And especially based off of, I won't say any specific spoilers, but based off how the first film ended, it's kind of like, how?
Oh yeah, right.
Where can you really
how
take
can you
this?
Go? Yeah, where can you go? So that's why I thought it was gonna be like a prequel type of situation.
Yeah,
but yeah, now I'm not sure.
They could get creative and do some interesting stuff. Spoiler real quick: if you haven't seen the movie yet, you can kind of skip to our next story. Just fast forward a few times. But this is your kind of spoiler warning. But what they could do, it's possible. It's like maybe it's like his ghost or something.
Maybe the grabber's ghost?
Yeah, like it was like a grabber ghost in that house. And that, to me, this would be kind of creative, right? Let's say like he became like a grabber ghost and like a family moved into it.
So following you.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like a black phone too, but it's because this ghost is in, haunting this house. Wouldn't that be kind of crazy to have like a film where the first film is like what happened in real life, and then like a sequel film is like this thing's ghost.
Yeah,
like
that's very
still out
interesting.
here, wreaking havoc. That'd be kind of crazy. Maybe we need to write something like that.
Maybe we should, baby. Yeah.
But yeah, y'all, that's the Black Phone 2. There's not really any other details on it yet. It's so far away. I mean, they're just now announcing who all will be returning. Scott Derrickson and I cannot remember the name of the other writer that helped him write it.
Oh yeah.
But he also will be returning to direct and write and all that stuff. So hopefully it'll be just as good as the first one. We'll see where they take it. Y'all let us know down in the comments where you think they could take the sequel, especially based off how the first one ended. Could they, do something very creative, kind of like what I said, or would it be like a prequel film? Let us know all that down in the comments below. Now, Warner Brothers Pictures and Legendary Pictures released 3 new posters, y'all, for this week for their monsterverse film, Godzilla Cross Kong: The New Empire. This new Godzilla Kong film is going to drop in theaters on April 12th, 2024. So not too far away, actually. The film is being directed by Adam Wingard again, who directed Godzilla vs. Kong. So he's coming back to do this one. And the screenplay is being written by Simon Barrett, who did Your Next and The Guest. Now, they dropped like this little, like, it's not even really like a synopsis, but some like details about the film. So I'll read that off to you. And it reads, this latest entry in the MonsterVerse franchise follows up the explosive showdown of Godzilla vs. Kong with an all-new cinematic adventure pitting the almighty Kong and the fearsome Godzilla against a colossal undiscovered threat hidden within our world, challenging their very existence and our own. The epic new film will deliver further into the histories of these titans, their origins, and the mysteries of Skull Island and beyond, while uncovering the mythic battle that helped forge these extraordinary beings and tied them to humankind forever. Now, that's good. Yeah, that synopsis sounds really good. But if you look at the posters, right, and the same thing, they had dropped a teaser a while ago where you kind of get an idea of what this bad guy is. So, in the teasers, in the posters that they dropped, right, we get basically 3 posters for like our main 3 titans.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, so the first one is Godzilla.
Okay,
and like it's got the little handprint thing on there, whatever. And then it's got kind of his face, and it says Unite in the corner. And then it's got one for Kong. That's got his face again. It says Unite in the corner, and then it's got the what I'm assuming to be the new villain. Okay, it says bow to your new king in the corner, and it's like this what looks like kind of like a even more ancient like ape. Like
okay,
Kong,
see, I thought
almost.
it was 2 of him. I was like, oh, okay, why would they do that and not do 2 of Godzilla? So the villain is another monkey.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what it looks like. Especially in the teaser, it looked like use another ape of some sort.
Gotcha.
Another Kong, and I feel like this kind of confirms that he's in some sort of the ape like family. He's some sort of ape. I don't know if he's like elder to Kong. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really sure. It says origin, so maybe he's like one of the original titans or something like that. Okay. I really enjoyed Godzilla vs. Kong a lot. I thought that movie was so dope, and it came out at a good time. It was during the pandemic, kind of reignited, going back to the movies. And it was like just a big, like, hype monster movie with just dope fights. You know what I'm saying?
So you're not excited about this?
I don't know, because like
teaming up thing.
No, I'm cool with them teaming up, but I was hoping that they would have fought like
another creature. Yeah,
somebody else in the Godzilla like universe. I thought that they were gonna like take it to the wacky area, like what's the villain's name? Like Destroyer. I think is Godzilla looking, but they came from like another planet from space or something like that. Okay. I was hoping they go that route where we fight like some of the more either space or like weird or even more fantastical like type of monsters. So
monsters that you know of that is within the Godzilla story, or some that they could
even make something up.
Oh, okay,
but I don't know. To me, it's not as exciting if it's just another Kong variant.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was hoping it'd be like, oh yeah, we're taking this like where a lot of the old Godzilla films like went super wacky and like the type of things that they fought against. You know what I'm saying? So I was hoping they were gonna go this route with this film, and we're gonna see some of the more wacky stuff. You know, basically some of these like space Godzilla, destroyer type variants, or kind of like how we got like King of the Monsters when he's fighting like King Ghidorah and stuff like that. Like, like that shit was hype, and King Ghidorah, like that's one of the people I'm talking about in terms of like that more they feel almost like space-esque. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a very weird and different and powerful like creature and what they could do with the beams and all that stuff. So I don't know. I just want to fight something different. I don't want another Kong.
Right.
Like, what you think? I don't think you didn't see Godzilla versus Kong, did you? I don't think you did.
No, I don't think I did actually.
Yeah, but I think you watched King of the Monsters with me though.
Yeah, I watched King of the Monsters. Yeah. I don't really have a
you don't really care.
thought either way. I just like the looks of these movies. They do look really good.
They do. Yeah.
I'm not really like that invested in who they fight.
I feel you. Well, yeah, that's just how I'm feeling. I don't know. I mean, the movie could still be really good.
It could be a good story. That's what I'm thinking. Because like what you read, I was like, "Ooh, that sounds really good."
Yeah, like I'm still excited to watch it. I guess I just hope that they don't stop it here. That they do after this take it to where, like, take it to where I hope they take it where they keep going down the road of like, hitting some of the other main, Godzilla villains, or even create some new, just like crazy, type of villains. I'd be super on board with that.
Okay, maybe they will.
Maybe. Well, I guess we'll see. But like I said, I'm still excited. I'll still watch it. But y'all let us know down in the comments, how excited are you for Godzilla Cross Kong, the new Empire? Are you excited for the new villain? Were you hoping for a different Godzilla villain from the Godzilla, monsterverse from the older films? Who do you think they should have done? And do you think if they do another film after this, who could they go up against, like as a team, and fight against? Is one of the villains to come from space? Something like that. Let us know all that down in the comments below.
All right, so next up, Screen Rant did an interview with Linda Blair, and she was mostly talking about her animal foundation. She has an animal rescue foundation, but they snuck in a little question regarding her role on the next Exorcist movie.
Right, because they're going to ask.
Yes, they had to ask. Screen Rant, they had to do that. So when they asked her about reprising her role, she basically was like, kind of like, she wasn't really given a whole lot of information, but the information she did get kind of points to like it's not really a priority to her right now. So she's really focusing on her foundation. She was like, they asked her about, did she know anything kind of plans about the movie and anything that she might know that David Gordon Green might have put out. But she was basically saying she doesn't know what they're going to do.
Right.
She said, quote, "It's not a gag. Right this moment. Right this moment. We all had to just get through the strike and understand what was going on in the future." So it doesn't really seem like she knows what's expected in regards to the next movie, and I don't think she really cares. She's like,
not right now. It seems.
Yeah, she did quote say, "I just know my time is not exactly available for the film at the moment, and that's the honesty of it." She's working on this animal foundation, so that seems to be her priority right now. So, the article does go on to say later on, like, is it really needed for her to be a part of this movie anyway? And I thought that was really interesting, like looking at the role she even played in the last movie, like, which was really insignificant. It was really just fanfare. She was on the screen for like a few seconds. Yeah. So it's like, it did kind of hint at well, maybe they'll be a part of the next movie, but there was no like plans for that. Right. So it's like, do we really need her to come back anyway? Yeah. So what are your thoughts about that? Like,
so I think for me, it's like two things. One, with the way they wrote her character in the first one, she really doesn't need to come back. Yeah. Because it can just be like, hey, she reunited with her mom. They're doing good. Yeah. They're doing their own thing.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
They're doing their own thing. But number two, I think the biggest thing for me is like, she's very focused on, her animal foundation, which is, a very positive foundation, which is, very good to help, animals in need and things like that. So if that's where like her focus and her priority is, I feel like she should go do that. And they shouldn't even really try
to push it.
To get they kind of, because like how they did with like Ellen Bernstein, right? Like they kind of like almost like bribe her on. It's like, hey, look, we'll give you like a scholarship, like because she had a foundation with a scholarship. She's like, hey, we'll fund that. You know, trying to basically bribe them to get on. I don't want them to go that route because like if someone returns, like I want it to be because they wanted to come back. Like I want to reprise my character. I want to be involved in this world, this universe again. If they don't want to be involved, don't force it, because then I feel like, you know, you'll end up doing two things: trying to write their character to be smaller so they don't have as many lines because they're not as present in the film, and it won't read good. It won't, you know, come off good on screen if they're not as invested as like the rest of the cast and stuff. So, you know, for me, I'm cool. She doesn't, you know, rejoin the cast. I mean, would I love for her to be on there? Sure, but it's like you said, if she's not needed, like there's no need to force her to come back. But y'all let us know down in the comments below. What do you think? Are you kind of like on my side where, you know, you don't need to force somebody to come back if they don't really want to come back, and allow them to focus on the things that they want to focus on with their life. And do you kind of agree with us too, where the way they wrote her in the first one, she doesn't really need to be in the second one? And maybe this will allow them to go in a complete different direction and try to come up with something that's a little bit more creative, interesting. It's a chance to just revamp this whole thing. I'm cool if they flipped this whole thing in the sequel film Deceiver and just did something else. Yeah, you know. But y'all let us know down in the comments below what you think. So in our last story, y'all, Eli Roth confirmed over on his Instagram that there will be a Thanksgiving 2. So he put on his Instagram. He posted that the sequel was already has been greenlit by Sony, and the expected release of Thanksgiving 2 will be in 2025. Now, as of right now, Thanksgiving has made over $29 million worldwide. So, you know, the film is doing like pretty good. It's got, you know, really good critical and audience acclaim. It's making good money. I'm sure it'll continue to make, you know, money as the holidays continue on. So it's not really too surprising that they greenlit a sequel. And I'm curious to see what they can and will do with the sequel. I feel very confident they probably go the route of like Scream and things like that in terms of like how slasher sequels go. But we'll see. But we wanted to announce that, hey, if you really like Thanksgiving 1, like, you know, we really like Thanksgiving 1. So if you liked it, get hyped because there's a Thanksgiving 2 sequel coming, and it's dropping in 2025. Let us know down in the comments below what you think they could do story-wise for Thanksgiving 2 based off of how Thanksgiving 1 ended. Well, y'all, that's it for our end of the week horror news update. Hope you enjoyed this video or this podcast, however you're listening or watching to it. Please do like, comment, share, subscribe, and definitely subscribe because we do our horror news updates. We have a midweek one we drop on Wednesdays and an end of the week one that we drop on Fridays. Make sure you are subscribed and tuned in so you can stay up to date on all things horror. Also, don't forget, we got our spoiler review for Godzilla -1 dropping tomorrow on Saturday. It's coming out on video and podcast form. If you're not, and hey, look, if you don't know, we do got the horror updates and our podcast that all drops on Spotify and Apple. So make sure you go subscribe there. If you like listening to stuff while you're driving in the car, you're just cleaning up, or you're just working on, you know, schoolwork, whatever the case may be, you just want to drop it into your ear and walk away. It is available on Spotify and Apple. And if you're over there, go ahead and follow us and leave us a rating and review as well, because that does help out and boost our visibility. Let us know which story you're most excited about from this End of the Week Horror News Update, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.